stand for pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming. So first on the agenda is our announcements, and we mailed out our CCNR change ballot to all homeowners on Tuesday. So if you would be so kind as to vote as quickly as you could. We had a town hall on Tuesday as well. That video is online. And we'll have more information on the website as far as any questions people might have. As always, feel free to stop by the office if you have questions. We'd be more than happy to help with that. We also recently mailed out our age verification forms. So if you could please return those. I know nobody's getting any younger. However, the government apparently doesn't know that. We need to remind them every 2 years that we are still of age. And then also, my monthly reminder to please slow down. Speed limit is 30 miles per hour on Four Seasons Circle and 25 everywhere else, except for Parkland, which is 15. And that's what I have for announcements. So next we'll go to homeowner input. As a reminder, it's limited to 3 minutes per homeowner, and only one request to speak form may be submitted per homeowner. There be no sharing or passing of time before or to another meeting or another person. Homeowner input may be held for a maximum period of 30 minutes before the board meeting begins to allow the board to proceed with the business portion of the meeting. This portion of the meeting is limited to board participation only. Residents are welcome and encouraged to stay for the full meeting to witness the business of the corporation taking place by your government agents. And the first speaker is Phil Westbrook.
Hello, my name is Phil Westbrook. I live at 124 Thistle Creek. I'd like to talk a little bit about the amphitheater project that they want to expand it. For some of us old timers here, we may remember when we had a luau type event, which had a lot of people in attendance, and they held it right out the back door over here, which had a really nice stage area, even when the fountain was there. Concrete area had like for the dance floors, and there were people in their chairs, and then out in the grass beyond, and then the tables and chairs around there. It really accommodated a lot of people. And I think maybe you want to consider that as an option rather than trying to expand a landlocked amphitheater that we have over there, to save that one for the little events. And when we have a big expected turnout, maybe utilize this area right here. I think that I actually measured it off. My drum set would fit in there, so I'm sure Bain could get in there too. Maybe we can adapt the 2 handrails to where there can be pulled out and put back in place. A lot cheaper, and we did use it a long time ago for a big show, and I think maybe it's something we may want to consider. It's cheap, it's already here, and save us a bunch of money and get the job done. Thank you.
Next is Chris Smith.
Chris Smith, 372 Songbird. Since my wife and I were out of the state during this Exhibit F uproar, I'm kind of compelled to address a couple of issues. One, having been on the outside, we got to see the sides of each concern without being caught up in a lot of hoopla. And as a result, I understand there is now an ad hoc committee that is supposed to meet on the 19th. To date, I have not seen a time allocation for that. So I'm presuming that somewhere today in the agenda that will be addressed. So we'll know when and where to be to address that issue. The bottom line is that it can be resolved rather simply. Each has a legitimate concern, and hopefully the ad hoc committee will be able to identify the specifics and bring up a concise action to correct the differences. And hopefully it will be resolved shortly. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly is Kirk Friarmouth.
Good afternoon. My name is Kirk Fryermuth, and I reside at 256 Bridal Trail. Management and the board have lately worked very hard to insulate the community from the outside world, with actions including limiting the number of guests residents can invite to events. In their zeal, however, they have overlooked a serious threat to community safety. On Tuesday, I drove around looking at the construction between Highland Springs and Four Seasons Circle. My driving took me to Breckenridge. There I observed the incoming construction gate was wide open and appeared to have been so for some time. Anyone could have entered the development totally unopposed. This might not have been a problem had construction workers been nearby, although I doubt if they would have challenged anyone. But as this was just before sunset, most of the workers had departed and no one was near the gate. If we really want to restrict the community residents, this problem must be addressed.
There are no other requests to speak forms presented. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar. The purpose of the consent calendar is to make a single motion to approve all included items. If for a particular reason an item needs to be discussed or pulled from the consent calendar, then a call to remove that item should be made by a board member. On the consent calendar are... Eric, can't hear you. How about now? No. Where's Stan?
Talk loud, he's got you.
Talk loud. All right. On the consent calendar, how about that? Better. All right. On the consent calendar are the minutes from October 8th, October 11th, and October 31st. Also the approval of the September 2018 financial statements, review of the CD and investment plan, approval of one lien for account number BE 6310-0724-03 in the amount of $6,573.30. There were no club or group applications, and then there are also several facility use requests, one for the AACC Christmas Gala to extend the lodge hours on December 8th, on October 24th, a charity festival dinner, on February 17th of next year, the Ucaba High School basketball banquet, on March 9th of next year, a women's retreat, and on March 17th of next year, a family party. And that's all on the consent calendar.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent calendar. Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent calendar. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is a report on the executive session. The board reviewed delinquencies. There were 14, 7 have paid in full. There were no foreclosures, but 18 violation hearings. There were no contracts to renew. The board reviewed legal issues and personnel. Next on the agenda are committee reports. First is the ad hoc Exhibit F committee. So as the handout, there are several names to appoint to the committee. Barbara Miller, Donald Lewis, Steve Stockline, Ken Marquette, Neil Edelbaum, Karen Proctor, Willis Fagan, Doug Dupree, and Bob Farmer. And then as board liaisons, it's been proposed for Lynn Tavernetti and John Noonan, and myself as the staff liaison. So I need a motion to approve those to be on the committee.
I'll make a motion to approve the names listed above as part of the ad hoc Exhibit F committee.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the nominated members to be on the ad hoc Exhibit F committee. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Also for the ad hoc committee is to approve their charter, which is on the back page of that handout, to modify Exhibit F.
Second.
charter was the handout there.
Oh, okay.
I'll move to accept the charter as presented.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the charter for the ad hoc Exhibit F committee. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next is the ad hoc off-leash area. Come on.
Good afternoon, board, neighbors. I'm Martha Baumgarten, Chair of the Ad Hoc Off-Leash Area Rules Committee. We are using a milestone approach on our work, and just for everybody's information, we had submitted to legal counsel, and we had approved with some minor revisions, a cover sheet for the application for use packet, application packet Exhibit A, which is the actual application, including the 23 rules that we have proposed, rules document for inclusion in the community guidelines upon approval. We received notice from our friends on the Rules and Regulations Committee that they also have approved all of those materials. And in addition to that, by document, which basically for each of the 23 rules that has been proposed, we have the rationale based in sound science and references that are available from experts on running and operating a park and on canine behavior. We have in process a document that we want to provide to users as well as all residents, facts about the off-leash area. We want to have a document that encompasses common courtesy and etiquette, and we need to create a syllabus of a seminar that will be required for users in order to have their fob access activated for using the park. Our next meeting is going to be December 10th at 10 a.m. in the RCN boardroom. So if you're interested in any of the work, we have been very well attended. We have had quite a few guests at our meetings. And we also have some proposed new members for the board's approval. We have Duran Ray, who has many years working with canines and other aspects of animal care. We have Maggie Donico, who has 20 plus years with Guide Dogs of the Desert, among other wonderful qualifications. And we have Jeff Shepard, who is currently the CEO of the Ramona Humane Society, and he has operated a dog park for over 15 years in that capacity. So we are incredibly fortunate to have such wonderfully, wonderfully qualified individuals right here in our community to join our committee.
I'd like to make a motion to add Duran Ray, Maggie Domico, and Jeff Shepard to the ad hoc off-leash area rules committee.
Moved and seconded to add Duran Ray, Ignacio D'Amico, and Jeff Shepard to the ad hoc off-leash rules committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Next, Architectural Committee, Steve.
I'm Steve Cooley, Chair of the Architectural Review Committee. Our statistics are up there. A little bit different than what we've seen before. We haven't had 100% approval. We haven't had 100% on the Cs and the As. And what we found is that we're receiving an awful lot of applications that are incomplete. It's spelled out exactly what is required, and somehow we've managed to get those over the desk, and we've been unable to contact the homeowner during our meeting. We've requested homeowners, when possible, to come to the meeting or to pick up their telephone if we call them during the meeting. Because we are having this issue and it's becoming much more common, we've made or requested a change to the application to have a third category. So instead of approved or not approved, and incomplete because of missing information. That way we think it's more telling what we've done, telling why things are not being approved. And typically, when we're missing the application, it'll be somebody that that wants a particular style of door added, and they don't give us any example of the door, or they're not turning in photographs. And so it's not just little insignificant items, but it's the actual meat and material of what we need. We are proposing or requesting approval for a new member, and his name is Robert Dio. He has lived in other areas with HOA committees. He's served on an architectural committee before, and he's served on the board. We've had him meeting with us for many meetings just because of time frames and not hitting the board at the right time to put him up for approval, but we would request that you approve Robert Dio as a new member to the art committee.
See, how do you spell that last name?
D-E-A-O.
I'll make a motion to approve Robert Dio to the architectural committee.
Second.
Moved and seconded to add
Robert Dio.
to the Architectural Rules Committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, and welcome, Robert.
Thanks, Steve. Next is the Breeze editorial board.
Lori Larson asked me to cover for her this afternoon. The editorial board has 8 members, but we are looking for new members. We would like them to have good grammar and spelling skills. We would like people who enjoy a challenge. We would like, these are their qualifications, not just we would like. We want to have, they want people who will share and have others appreciate their creativity, like both working individually and as part of a team. So if you are one of those people, we would appreciate you coming to a meeting and seeing what it's all about, and perhaps applying to be on the Breeze editorial board. It is not a committee, so you don't have to go through the interview process and the application process. So you just come and we see if you'd like to do it and help us out. We are getting submissions for a new column, Why I Love My Club, Group, or Class. You might have seen it already in the Breeze. It's really becoming quite popular. People are wanting to talk about their club, group, activities that they're involved in here at Four Seasons. So it's a real positive column, so it's very nice. Not everyone who writes for the Breeze is an editorial board member. So we invite homeowners to come to a meeting and pitch your idea. So if you have an idea of a column or an article that you would like to write for the Breeze, come to a meeting and talk to us about it, and we will talk about whether it's appropriate, whether it's something that will fit the philosophy of the Breeze, and etc. But we would welcome homeowners to do that. It's hard to keep coming up with things to write if you just have a few people writing everything, so we need more people writing. The board has requested that the editorial board produce a yearly insert or publication to memorialize the significant occurrences at Four Seasons Beaumont. So it's like a yearbook, but it's going to be more, the first one will be more of a history of Four Seasons. We're making progress with this endeavor. If you have experience working with a yearbook or annual, we need you. We need people to help with this. This is going to be a big project, and so it's not going to be just our editorial board contributing to that and getting it done. We need people to help participate. So if that sounds like a fun thing for you to do, come to a meeting and talk about something that maybe you can offer in developing some of the history, and so we'll have a really nice published document when we're finished. So people who are new here will look at that going, oh, I didn't know that was something that we did at Four Seasons. So please participate. We really want to get that a nice product. So if you would like to be a part of the editorial board, since it is not a committee, you can already be on a committee. Ordinarily a committee, you can only be on one. but we can be on a committee, like myself, I'm on another committee, and also be on the editorial board.
Thanks, Andy. And then next is the Communications Committee.
Okay, the Communications Committee. The Communications Committee is responsible for the Four Seasons Beaumont.org website. We have canceled our November meeting because people aren't going to be here. It's the day before Thanksgiving. We are still talking about things that we need to do through email and such, so we stay on top of everything on the website, because the website is something that we constantly have to be looking at and monitoring. Each committee member has been assigned sections of the website, because we keep, every once in a while you'll find broken links, you'll find some maybe error, we'll find things that haven't been updated for a while. And we do need participation from the community for that. If you see something on the website, that's not right anymore, or this is old or something, you need to know about it. Or if you try to click on something, it doesn't work, because our small committee, and we are a very small committee, can't constantly be looking at every little thing on the website. So we really would like you to let us know if you notice something. We also want to make sure it's the most current information available. The daily report that most of you get now through email, which is wonderful, that is coming from management, and they provide updates and corrections, because as you know, when the Breeze comes out, we just finished proofing December's Breeze last night. And so it's already in for publication for December. So by the time you get it, some things might have changed. There might be things that dates might be different and that sort of thing. So the website and the daily report as well are useful to help keep us up to date. So if you're on a committee or you have an activity or an upcoming event and something, and then you put it in the Breeze and something changed, let us know and we can get that on the website. Now, our objective for the website is we have the most current, because the website can be live, we want the most current information there. As we said, the Breeze is produced the month prior, so things sometimes get out of date. The October analytics, I know everyone was fascinated with that last time, so we decided that this would be something that you'd be interested in hearing again for each month. Because every month we can check and see the usage of our website. So the analytics showed that we had 1,521 active users just for October, 935 new users, 3,507 sessions. The most popular pages viewed were the home page with 594 views, resident directory, that seems to be very popular. Everyone's looking each other up, maybe themselves, find their address. Movie schedule is extremely popular. That's 257. Smitties, we've now made Smitties public, so you don't have to log in with your password to look at the Smitties website, webpage. Now the community information is also very important with 48. Breeze, people will look on, because the Breeze is also, my battery died. The Breeze is also on the website, so you can also look at the Breeze and all the archives. People looked at the contact us, the monthly calendar of events, all of those things were very popular. So you got all that, right? Okay. So again, this is a committee. We welcome people to attend the committee, see how it works, see if there's something you would like to offer on the website. If you'd like to become a member of the committee, it follows the committee membership process. We do need more people. You do not have to be a webmaster or a website expert. We just need people who can help us examine the website, look at it, see if there's improvements we can make, get ideas for it, that sort of thing. So please come to a meeting and participate if you can. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. There's no community planning and transition, so we have Mike with EDC.
afternoon, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. I'd like to remind everybody as a former health inspector, make sure that you heat your turkeys to 165 degrees. If you have any doubt at all, I can't ask you to throw it out because you'll probably be going to a hosted situation. But if you're the host or hostess yourself, you can always change it out if it's been sitting out too long. If the hot stuff has gotten cool or the cold stuff has gotten warm, switch it out. Don't take the chances. You don't want to get friends or family sick. Anyway, back to my committee. Right now, we're in the process of First Aid wants to canvass the residents to find out what first aid information they'd like to see. They'd like to put on another program. And I'm in the process of getting a questionnaire going for CERT to find out what we have as far as CERT qualified individuals in our community. I just want to let people know that come December, we're taking December off, and the next meeting is Tuesday, January the 15th. The project would be the 19th, and that's like within a week of Christmas, and I think people got grandkids and other things to do around that time of year. The news from PASCOM was mainly about what EMT could offer people as far as training and HOAs and stuff here. She wants to get a more rigorous CERT program, and she wants to get some CERT updates going. And she talked about the vetting process where if you get vetted through the county, that you're actually covered as under insurance, the county's insurance as a disaster service worker. And as far as Calamasa goes, the one thing I want to let my good neighbor Barbara know that I attend a few different things where I go to senior centers. And when I go to those meetings there, I am required to sign in because they want to see, it's not only a security thing, it's they want to see the usage. So they're trying to gather data for all these analytics like my cohort here showed you earlier. And we're looking forward to working with a safety committee and neighborhood watch to try to get something going on in March. I'll have to get together with Donna Lewis to find out more of what she wants. And I have a couple of people that are lined up to, with one more meeting, I think I can try to put their names up there and we can get them on the committee. Anyway, have a happy holidays and drive safe, everyone.
Thanks, Mike. Next is Facilities Committee, Bruce.
Good afternoon. We have a proposal to the board for installing automatic door openers at for the restrooms at the courts and the summit today. They'll be like the design we have at this particular facility here, and that will help our disabled people with the restroom access. And also, we have a proposal for the expansion of the craft room. It'll be using the old computer room that's adjoining to it, and it'll help with the spacing issues that they've been having. A lot of the craft people now, there's just not enough seating in the one room, and this is going to enable them to have more tables and chairs and seating and that type of thing in that craft room. Also, currently, if you haven't noticed, we're in the process of roof repairs. We've, I believe, pretty much completed the spa building. They're currently working on this. Thankfully, not today, but no pounding and hammers on the roof today. And then they'll work their way over to the RCN building, and hopefully we'll get all fixed up before rains come. We meet on the second Wednesday of the month at 10 a.m. and we currently have several positions open for anyone interested in serving the community. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Bruce. Mr. Fred, on these door openers at the summit and the courts, why weren't these put in by CAHO and demanded by the city of Beaumont prior to Beaumont signing off on both those facilities?
I don't believe that was in the plan. I haven't been a resident here but 3 years, but I believe here at the lodge we installed those also.
Some of the older areas of the community, we're trying to reinvigorate some areas with change of some plants that have seen better days, and a change of some of the irrigation that also is not working as it should. So that's an ongoing process as we see it on our Friday walks. We were happy to welcome Beverly Jack as our newest member. Kirk is pending to be a new member. He survived the fuel mod walk, which is kind of an initiation thing to see if you can survive the off-road thing, and he came through that great. And if you're interested in joining the landscape committee, if you have an interest in it, we'd love to have you come and check things out. We walk on Friday mornings, and we have a meeting once a month. Thank you.
We'll do the motion to approve.
Beverly Jack, to make a motion to approve Beverly Jack as a member of the landscape committee.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded to add Beverly Jack. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Barbara with Rules and Regs.
We have the Civil Code 4515, which is the non-commercial solicitation, assembling or meeting with other members, residents, and their invitees or guests during reasonable hours and in a reasonable manner for a specified purpose. Proposal 2017 has been submitted to the board for their review. Exhibit F has already been addressed, and I just have one pending application, and that's from Ken Marquette. So we're hoping he'll get his application in shortly. The review of classes, clubs, and groups, and our community guidelines, pages 4, 5, and 6, Cindy is working with, and the target date for completion is still December, I believe. The review of the social committee's community guidelines, page 36, number 1. We are reviewing their guidelines. Currently, they are selling 16 tickets per household, and our guidelines say 2 tickets. So we're working with them to get this modified and adapted.
Barbara,
Thanks, Barbara.
you said proposal 2017, should it be 2079?
2079.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Barbara. Next is the Safety Committee. Anita.
Well, here I am again talking about speeding. And so we have worked so many months on trying to get people to stop the speeding. So as you see, there's the Beaumont Police that will be in here. We had a conversation with them. So please tell all of your friends, all of the workers, that the Beaumont Police will be in here. We had a conversation with them to say, at first, just give them warnings. However, if you're blowing through a stop sign, it's on you. So tell your friends, a lot of people are going to be in here for the holidays, and we can see every day how fast people are going around the Four Seasons Circle, and we just don't know what else to do except to come in and say, will you please help us with this? And they are doing it. So as you see, they are here. So slow down, just slow down and tell your friends to slow down. I can tell you, I have an older car, but when I turn my car on, it's automatically going. So if you're going to do one of these, because of the topography here, you have up and down hills. If you have to put your foot on the brake, do it. A lot of people are coming in getting packages delivered, and I know they're on a time schedule. However, please tell them that we're not playing anymore. Simple as that. The lights between the lodge and the spa buildings, that's ongoing. And I know there's some people that say that, oh my God, we don't need any more stop signs on Four Seasons. However, the thing about it is there are some roads in which you do not have a clear line of sight. So therefore, instead of being waiting, we're going to be proactive and put a stop sign. If it's approved, we want to put a stop sign at Heritage and Lantern Bridge. There have been too many near accidents there. So that's what the safety committee is actually working on at this point. So I guess we will do that now or later.
Later.
All right, very good. Well, our safety committee meets the first Tuesday of each month, 10 o'clock in the morning. However, just to let you know, in January, we will be meeting the second Tuesday because the first Tuesday is party time. So just know, don't come in there because we won't be there, but we will be there in December. So, and we are looking for new members, so thank you so very much. Oh, before I do that, let me tell you, it is, and this is a part of our safety as well as with our community ambassador as well as our neighborhood watch, it is dark. We're seeing too many people walking at night with no reflective gear on. Even though you're walking your dog or you're just out walking, make sure you have a flashlight. That's safety because a lot of people cannot see you at night and it's just too dark. So thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
Boards are coming to shut up here in a minute, but, are we going to get the appropriate third sign on the construction gate which will allow the Beaumont Police Department to actually control this neighborhood? Without the notice on the third gate, they can't enforce any laws at all within our community.
We are working on that, but from what I understood, I talked with a policeman yesterday, it works. It doesn't matter that you don't have that, but we'll do some more investigation. But even if they cannot enforce it, at least they're here and it gets in the people's minds. So, perception is 99% of the game. Thank you.
Thanks, Anita. And next is the community ambassador.
Okay. Thank you. So on a lighter note, community ambassador, we must say that we had a meeting with the city manager here in October. It went on quite well. The mayor was here as well, so a lot of people had concerns about the Melrose, what's going on, what the traffic is on Highland Springs, what's upcoming. And so it was very well attended, and we're going to have the city manager, the mayor, and the pro tem here again to talk a little more about that. Everyone knows that Panera is open, so how many have already gotten the bread? How many have gone over there? Sonic is open now, yes, and Chevron will be opening, even though that's on 79, but all of you that are Chevron people, make sure you go over there and support them. Now, because of our community awareness, we had the San Gregorian Historical Society here yesterday. The past and present of Beaumont, it was really good. John McLaughlin, who is a resident here, and he grew up, was born here. He gave a fabulous presentation, and he and his daughter and wife actually are on the board, and they had a lot of pictures of old Beaumont, what happened, what before the freeway. So they're going to actually do it again sometime in the spring, in the evening, for all of those that are working. Okay. Everybody knows that Amazon's coming, right? You know that. So get ready for some more traffic.
What's coming?
Amazon. But it's going to be out toward the 60, and today we had another meeting with another group, and there's a big organization called CJ Foods that's coming, and they make a lot of the, if you see the pre-made Asian food, noodles, they will be here. I must give kudos to Cindy Graves. Cindy did a fantastic program for our Veterans Day. The Veterans Day program was absolutely wonderful. So please give Cindy a big hand. And because we also do a lot with the veterans on actual Veterans Day Monday, the city of Beaumont had a Veterans Day program, and it was very good. We were represented as Four Seasons. And then we are also working with an upcoming Veterans Expo that we have each year. It's going to be on Saturday, January 26th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Beaumont City Hall. And there are quite a few agencies and organizations there, and we ask you to come out and support our veterans. I will tell you that there has been some activity going on here. So just before I came here today, I did talk to the Beaumont Police and asked them at night, would they please have an extra patrol in here? So we are safe, of course we are, but things can happen. But I do want to end on have a happy Thanksgiving, a wonderful holiday, and eat lots of food, but make sure it's right as night.
And Social Committee will be represented by Cindy Graves in her Activities Director report, which is next.
Oh, good. I'm getting really excited because it's that time of year. It's the happiest time of the year. You know how it is. Okay, and of course you remember there are 80 clubs, groups, and classes having parties everywhere. So that means you get to be extra patient this month as all the festivities are happening, and even our Mr. Phil Westbrook and Elizabeth are going to have their holiday dancing shoes ready to go for all the multiple parties that we have going on. We've got our giant gala, whether it be New Year's, right, coming at the end, or whether it be AACC's gala or Ballroom Dance's gala, or who's ever, we have got dancing and food for you this whole month. So it's going to be really fun. And watch the parking lots, it can be full. So, I don't know, you might want to make sure you read the daily report so you know who's having their big giant parties on that day. And guess what? To start the whole thing off, we have our holiday extravaganza. And that is going to be early this year, November 30th, which is a Friday, not too far after Thanksgiving. And we're going to start it out with a golf cart parade. We've had a whole bunch of requests to make sure we do golf cart parade. So there's going to be a lineup at 5:30 around the roundabout. If you were here last year, it was so cool. We had so many people decorate with lights and everything else, their golf carts. And at, I want to say, well, 6 o'clock they take off for the parade. So between 5:30 and 6 is going to be a judging. And you'll get a Smitty's gift certificate and massive bragging rights. And we have Al Gray is going to be our route engineer. And he's going to lead everybody through to the other facilities and through the neighborhoods. And oh my God, it is just so fun. And then everybody was sad that they only got to parade one day after doing all the work on their golf carts. So good news! We're going to do it the second day of the holiday extravaganza also. No prizes though, but we can all meet up here at 5:30 again, take off, and be back here by 6 o'clock because we want to make sure that you're ready to go for the big holiday extravaganza show that's going to be happening. It starts at 7 o'clock. The doors open at 6:30. And there'll be refreshments after. It's going to be very cool. It is kind of a USO holiday show, right, John?
It's going to be.
Does it have an actual name?
Yeah, the USO Holiday Show.
Ah, USO Holiday Show. Oh, perfect. So, and John is one of the producers, by the way. So it's going to be very cool. We look forward to it. Don't miss it. Oh, but you have to have mandatory free tickets, right? So that you can get them for your preferred show day, whether it be that Friday or that Saturday. They're going to be available for you at the front desk on Tuesday. All right, so come on to the desk and pick which day you want. And that's going to be fun. Let me see here what else don't forget. We have our Giant Magic Castle Holiday Show. That's going to be Tuesday, the 11th at 7 p.m. And that's here in the bottom, and it's free. And that is a thank you dinner, really, for all the magicians that come and do magic shows for our community throughout the year. And the PAC group does a little dinner for them in thanks, and then we all get to see the really awesome show that's going to be there. So, and everybody's invited, including grandkids if you want to bring kids, because they have a blast with this stuff too. So that's really neat. Clubs, groups, and classes. There's going to be a line dance party tomorrow at 4 p.m. Go ahead and contact Martha Frank or Janine Rohrbacher for more information. 4 o'clock it opens, and I think the actual dance doesn't start till 5. And I think we covered it, because I already talked to you about the massive amount of parties. So have a total blast and enjoy your Thanksgiving. I hope it's absolutely wonderful. And I hope you gain weight so that I look thinner afterwards. And there you go. Love you guys.
On pages 70 through 83, and then pages 84 through 92 are communications. There's no action required. Unless there's any questions, we'll move on to unfinished business. First on the agenda is to approve and adopt the operating motorized devices rule. That did go out for a 30-day comment. We have 100 homeowners that agreed with the rule and 23 that did not. And there were also comments received in the handout given. So we need a motion to adopt those rules as mailed and presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed rules as mailed and voted on.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the proposed rules in addition to the community guidelines. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next on page 94 is another addition to the community guidelines. This changes the guest policy to have, for a group activity, only one guest per household would be able to join that household. This would not affect any of the, if a family came down to go to the bistro or go to the pool throughout the course of the year, this would only be to specific group activities. As far as comments that were received, 89 were in favor of the change and 31 were opposed.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed rule revision to the community guidelines.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the proposed revision of the community guidelines facility guest procedures. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And last on unfinished business was the violation report form update. This requires that homeowners need to be actually affected by the issue that they are reporting. Again, this went out for a homeowner comment per Civil Code. There were 101 homeowners that agreed with the change and 16 disagreed.
I'll make a motion that we accept the new rule where it states that a homeowner filing a complaint has to be affected by what they're complaining about.
And I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the proposed change to the rules for a violation report form. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next is new business. First item of new business, kind of putting the chicken before the egg in certain respects for ADA doors. This is to add 6 ADA access doors, 4 at the summit, 2 at the courts, for a total cost of $18,021.94.
And this is for both buildings, the Summit and the courts?
Yes. 4 would be at the summit and 2 would be at the courts.
I'll make a motion to approve the $18,021.94 for the ADA automatic doors for both those facilities.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve spending $18,021.94 for automatic doors in the Summit and the courts. Any discussion?
I got just one question. On the proposal here, I don't see where the finance committee signed off on this.
They did it. They didn't have it wasn't signed, but they did it.
They did sign, the finance committee did look at it and was
Yes.
signed off by the finance committee?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on pages 109 through 118 are to install electrical outlets for said ADA door openers at a cost of $1,219.23.
I'll make a motion that electrical outlets be installed.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to spend $1,219.28 to provide electricity for the doors we just approved. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next from the Facilities Committee is a proposal to expand the craft room to then be able to have a door between the craft room and the old computer room. This is on pages 119 through 130. We had 3 vendors that have, actually had more than 3, but 3 vendors for the packet to bid on this project. Total cost for this to install the door, also do flooring and other renovations to be more suitable for the craft room, $16,667.
And that's total for all 3 vendors.
Yes, that's the winning bid. So total cost will be $16,667.
And Eric, are those the amounts we had in the reserves for those 2?
Some of these items will be reserved, some will be capital contribution or capital expenditure. So the flooring would be reserves, the cabinets would be reserves, but the door and the work for the doors, things like that would be capital expenditure.
Capital because it's new.
Correct.
Yeah, it looks like we have about $15,400 and something in reserve toward the $16,600 required. So that's pretty close.
Yes, most of,
We actually only have 5,188. They're right about 16,000. I'll make a motion that we accept the bids to redo the craft room, to do the addition to the craft room into the old computer room.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the craft room expansion for $16,667. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
thank you. Next on pages 131 through 133 is plant replacement in the Springdales. Total cost to the common area is $1,178.25. This is for plants that have died and definitely not coming back. They're not dormant.
I'll make the motion that we approve $1,178.25 for the plant replacement for those dying plants.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve $1,178.25 for plant replacement in the Springdale area. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. you. Next on pages 134 through 135 is another grant replacement. This is at a White Sands house. Total cost to the front yard cost center is $586.
I'll make the motion that we approve $586 to replace the existing blue fescue that is old and dying and match the insulation on the other side of the alley.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve $586 for blue fescue replacement at 243 West Sands. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next is a proposal from the Landscape Committee to replace a sprinkler system. This would replace 613 nozzles with a better system for the turf in Phase A. Again, that's 613 nozzles at a total cost of $3,414.41, which is a reserve expense. This will help with the wind where it won't blow away.
Yeah, it's a more efficient system.
Yes.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to purchase a sprinkler replacement system. For, when you say cost of reserves, would you explain that?
So this would be a reserve expense because it's an item that we have saved for to replace.
So this is coming out of the reserves?
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next on page 138 is a request from the CHP to have another great Christmas toy drive. We would have donation boxes and the lobby report to the summit. There's no cost to the HOA, except good feelings.
Yeah.
Make a motion to allow CHP to do a Christmas toy drive within our community.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the CHP Chips for Kids toy drive by placing donation boxes at the lodge, courts, and summit. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on pages 139 through 146 is a proposal from the Rules and Regulations Committee, which Barbara touched on before. This is in regards to a new California Civil Code law that took effect in January of this year that allows homeowners to use facilities without cost. This protects the association, has some protections in there. This comes from our legal counsel and some that they are proposing for their clients. There's a form in here. This would all go out for a 30-day comment so the homeowners know what the rules will be, and then would be touched on again in the future for being to adopt.
And we'd comply with CC 4515.
Yes.
So what we're voting on now is to allow this to go out to the community.
This will go out for a 30-day comment. Yes.
Okay. I make a motion to send this out for 30-day comment.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. We send the proposed California Code 4515 rule on following law out for public comment. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
The next two items we are tabled until.
Yes. The next two items refer to what we're going to have to do to maintain our solvency with our reserves in the terms of raising dues. And we want to have a town hall meeting prior to voting on it. And so we're trying to schedule one toward the end of the month.
Monday, November 26th.
Monday, November 26th. We'll have the numbers and the rationale, and the dues will go up. But we'll be able to explain it to you in better detail and how much it will be. So we want to postpone that till then rather than vote on it now with a small number of people here. So
What time will that be?
6 p.m. here.
Thank you.
6 p.m. tomorrow. And then we'll have an open session meeting the next day.
yeah.
That work for you? With that, there's one other item that's in the handout before you for the safety committee for stop signs on Four Seasons Circle.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to install 2 stop signs. Make it a 4-way stop actually, but we only need to install 2 because there's already 2 there. To install 2 stop signs at the corner of Heritage, Lantern Bridge, and 4 Seasons Circle.
Yes.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to acquire stop signs at Four Seasons and the Heritage Lantern Bridge for a cost of $2,598. Any discussion? I know that this has come up because I've received a couple of complaints within the last 2 weeks about this particular intersection. I'm very concerned that the people who have to cross Four Seasons Circle from phases D to come to the courts, we have no way to cross that's really safe. I personally have had a car go around me. I was right on the speed limit, 30 miles an hour, and it just passed me like I was standing still. I think it's very dangerous over there now, and
Where is that?
I fully support putting the stop sign there. So I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
There's a question.
Where is that?
Pardon?
Where's that location?
It's halfway between the courts and the summit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, as you come past Plymouth Rock going down toward the courts, it's the streets left and right. Left is Heritage, right is Lantern, and it's a real blind intersection.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost saw a terrible accident about a week and a half ago there, a very bad accident, so.
Is that passed unanimously?
That passed. Yeah.
Okay, next meeting will be Tuesday, November 27th.
Further business for the board? Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
There's a second, we adjourn. All in favor? Motion carries. Have a happy Thanksgiving.